Introducing Peach Betty and her strawberry pie.
I hope that you get to see this video before your 4th of July party, because this is definitely a strawberry pie that you need to bring to any event. First thing we're going to do is start with our crust. And this crust is made with
Biscoff cookies, which is right in here, that are mashed.
You can find them at Meijer. They're really easy to find at Meijer. I haven't found them at Target. Maybe Walmart has them, but they definitely have them at Meijer. If you like to shop at Trader Joe's, you can get the speculoos cookies.
And if I can find them, you can also get classic cereal, Joe's O's. What is this?
I'm going to tell you what's in there. It is hot. So I just pulled this out of the microwave.
Is that butter?
It is melted butter, and it also is honey. And I like to have the honey in there because it helps to stick everything together.
That reminds me of mac and cheese with no cheese, but with the melted butter.
Where did you go?
I'm grabbing something.
Here I have my Biscoff cookies all blitzed up by themselves and ready to add to our melted butter. Now we just stir all these together. You want to mix this until it's completely covered in all of that butter. That way, when it all comes together, it'll hold its shape. You know that you've made the perfect crumb for a no-bake cheesecake if you pick it up in your hand, press it together, and it holds its shape, just like if you were making a wet sandcastle.
I'm back.
So we have a 9-inch pie plate, and we're going to dump all of our cookie crumbs into the pie plate.
Cookie.
Now that we have all this in here, we're going to spread it along the bottom in a nice even crumb. Now that this is nice and even, you take a nice flat glass and start in the middle and flatten it all out. Now that it's nice and flat on the bottom, we're going to take our fingers and just gently but firmly press it into the sides of the pan. Do this all the way around until you have a nice smooth crust. Now I have flattened this and smoothed it all out. It is tightly packed into here, and now we stick it in the fridge so it can wait for our filling to go on top. While that is chilling in the fridge, we're going to go ahead and get our strawberry topping going. It has to be cold before we put it on top of the cheesecake. First thing you want to do is cut the tops off of all of your strawberries. Slice them in half or in thirds. Then mix together sugar, cornstarch, and then lemon juice. Once all that's mixed together, go ahead and put your strawberries in your pot and set it on the stove. Start cooking on medium-high until it starts to bubble, and then stir constantly for about 5 minutes until it thickens. Take it off the stove and then pour it over some other freshly cut strawberries. Mix all that together and stick it in the fridge to chill. Now we can make our cream cheese filling. In my mixing bowl, I have room temperature cream cheese.
And shredded lemon skin.
Yes, we have lemon zest in here. And I'm also going to add our vanilla spoon, measure over the bowl,
The vanilla's so smooth.
and dump it in. And now we're going to mix this all together until it's nice and smooth. We have our 1940s mixer here.
I'm going to turn it on.
I'm going to adjust the bowl so it moves around. Alright. I'm going to turn it off for now. We have powdered sugar and cornstarch in here. We're going to make sure that we whisk together our cornstarch with the powdered sugar. We're using powdered sugar and not granulated sugar. That way it's nice and smooth and not grainy.
Stupid!
Okay, I'm going to turn it on low. And then we're going to dump it in. Once it starts to mix together, we're going to turn it on high. Remember to scrape down your bowl in between. Now that everything is nice and smooth, we have whipping cream here that we're going to slowly add. Make sure it's cold. We do want it on the highest setting because we want this to whip up and get nice and fluffy. Okay, there we go. Do you want to try any of it? Okay, I'm going to clean off the beater. I'm trying a little bit. Remember this part, so this beater is a little hard to clean off with my spatula, so I'll just scoop off some of it for you. Good?
It's worth a try.
Good to know. Alright, let's clean up and then we'll add it to our pie shell. It is nice and firm.
Butter!
We can go ahead and pour it in.
Strawberry! When is the strawberry part going to come?
At the very end. Yep.
That.
Do you want this?
I'm going to do that.
Okay. This is my favorite tool ever, my tiny offset spatula, and that's what I'm going to use to spread it evenly around the pan. Now, we have to let this chill for at least an hour or two before we add our strawberries on top. Or, you can always slice it and individually scoop your strawberries onto each slice. That way everybody gets a nice serving. But if you want to bring it and have it look beautiful for your party, dump it on after a couple hours.
I'm going to the other side. Ow.
Looks pretty good. It looks great. Let the pie sit for about an hour. Then I put the topping on it and let it sit for about half an hour before we're going to slice into it. It's all nice and set. I'm going to try and cut a small slice for you, and we're just having a tiny piece because it's just you and me. This is the hardest part. Getting the first slice is always really difficult. Okay, so now we're going to take our offset and hopefully get in there gracefully. Alright, not bad. Spoon. If this sits overnight, it'll be even more firm, but we didn't have all day to wait.
They had to finish it.
That's good. You like it?
Yeah. Well,
So if you're watching this video and you do not have the Peach Betty calendar, then you do not have the recipe. It is linked through a QR code on every month. If you'd like it, it is half off now because the year is half over. Send me a message on Instagram @PeachBetty or on Facebook. I'll see you next month, everybody. Bye.
can I just say one more thing?
Okay.
I hope you like and subscribe and also hit the notification bell. So I'll see you in the next month. Bye-bye.